It would help if I had the microphone set up, wouldn't it? Wow, I am always so prepared. I was like, I'm ready 10 minutes before. I can do this. And yet, I was not ready. I'm never ready. Are you ever really ready for the Fourth Balkan War? Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich, where we are playing as the Prussia of the Balkans, also known as Bulgaria. We, in the last session, were declared war upon by the Ottomans, Romania, Greece, and Serbia, all four of them at the same time. We have defeated Greece. Greece is out. We then managed to take out Serbia. These remaining troops are actually just Romanians who are horrifically cut off. And now we just have the Romanians and the Ottomans remaining. We did take Constantinople and the crossing down here, Gallipoli, fairly early on in the war, and we've just been holding those straight crossings while we dealt with everybody else. We have lost 409,000 troops in the war so far. Greece lost 100,000, Romania's lost 500,000. Albania actually was on our side briefly. They kept on offering alliances. I kept on saying no. They eventually declared war on Serbia, promptly lost, were capitulated and then released by Serbia. I then conquered Albania, so thanks for the free land, and then went and conquered Serbia, which leaves the Ottomans and the Romanians, the Ottomans also having lost 100,000 men. Good morning, day 2 of me watching. I tried Bulgaria last night after the stream, lost an hour, then the boredom killed you. As Bulgaria? Bulgaria is like one of the most interesting nations because stuff is constantly happening. Epic Viking, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. And Golden Dragon, I noticed you were following just before I went live. Now literally the pop-up came up and then I pressed go live. So hello, 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 hello. And everyone else, hope you are all doing well today. So the immediate objective here is to take out the Romanians who are trapped behind our lines and then start turning the Serbian industry to our own end, and there should be a fair amount of it. That's definitely one of the big changes, is our industry is now 57 factories versus their 50-ish total. Serbia had a lot. In fact, does that still count? Right, because all the factories in there probably aren't actually occupied by us yet. So we have that to look forward to. Meanwhile, the purple forces here are holding off the Romanians, and then once the blue forces have dealt with the last of the Serbians, we can turn them and their rather better attack abilities further east and north. However, I should probably set up some lines to begin some offensive work. Silly. Right, our man in Belgrade might be getting cut off. By might be, I mean probably will be. So I'm going to get all of you to attack here. We'll take that unit out, and hopefully we can push north into this and get some supplies to you. Although you're in Belgrade, so you are actually getting supplied, so that's not as big an issue. In fact, they've just moved out of here, so let's go and take it. Let's have you pin that. The Romanian forces are going to be running out of supplies very, very quickly, so they're not going to last for very long. Our finest hour, British politician and former Lord of the Admiralty, Winston Churchill, has published a new book, part of the emerging genre known as alternate history. And we are sinking some Greek convoys. Greece does still own Crete. Huzzah! Oh, Larsman coming in with the generous gifted subs. Thank you very much for that, Larsman. Appreciate it. And Helson, congratulations on your gifted sub. Welcome back to the Maudlings. Did my sub go through? Tarkus, I have not seen your sub go through, no. But you do have the badge, so clearly something's working. Are we at full mobilization at this point? I think we might be. That's 12. Minus 3 is 9. 8.8. No, almost, but not quite. Are we training troops? We're not. So we are tapped for manpower again, unfortunately. And they do seem pretty keen to just suicide themselves on our front line. So we should probably put them out of their misery. We'll let the troops arrive. Oh, and in fact most of our troops are now fully resupplied and reinforced, so that's looking better. Of course, because we got a bunch of guns from Serbia when they capitulated. Empire of Japan took 11 states, Deccan took 7, Baratia have been annexed. And Japan has taken a bunch of Baratia. Now that's interesting. That's a very big difference. Huh. Let's just go and crush them. How many losses? I think that was about 100,000 men, actually. Okay, good. So the next objective is to retake Vidin. Do something like this. We'll take up to the river, then we'll just use the purple forces to hold the river, and we'll probably push up, try and take Constantia back, and then push around the back once they've started to rout. That's my immediate intention anyway. Whether that lasts beyond first contact shall be seen. Romania only actually has about 12 divisions. They're going to be stretched rather thin. Might even be able to just push straight across this river. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell every one of you to start running into your positions. Rouse the masses, and then that's going to lead to another 2% recruitable population, so I don't need to change my manpower law. That's one thing I was a little bit concerned about. We must take to rallying the spirit of the Bulgarian people and bringing up their morale so as to incentivize them to fight for the defense and preservation of the Bulgarian state. Long live Bulgaria! Honoring the dead. Only by honoring those who have willingly sacrificed themselves to defend the Bulgarian state and its people can we ever hope to move forwards as a nation and properly maintain the dominance of our armed forces. Today is a joyous day for some, and a somber day for many more. For a moment. Just until you arrive. That'll do. Some extra troops. We're good. We are good. The planning preparation is almost completed. We do have 44 planning prep. And we'll turn around and attack this. Fighting Turkey will be a nightmare. Gonna need some marines. Better start getting some marine research. Yeah, we will eventually. When is the official Mordred Viking Hearts of Iron 4 naval tutorial? I'm actually going to take next Tuesday off to try and get a getting started tutorial and naval tutorial done. At least that's the intention. Question, wouldn't it be quicker to concentrate repairs and build new factories? Yeah, except all the repairs are done. Those are just infrastructure. Am I back from the US? I am indeed, yes. I see a crossing. There's going to be multiple crossings here. Off we go. Let's do this. Also, how are we doing for Air Force? We're actually building a little bit of a surplus. Our fighters are back up to full strength. Our tactical bombers most certainly are not. In fact, I think I might even tell the attack bombers to just stop. Central America has joined the Third International, okay. Now that we're across the river, that's going to be the worst part of it done. And we're just going to keep on pushing through and see if we can come around the back this way instead. Oh, in fact, you may as well go and take all of this back again. It looks like the Romanians are really starting to struggle in terms of just troop numbers. There's one there again. Okay, well, we took the bunker again, which took them ages to try and conquer. A little bit annoyed that we're only attacking across this river. Can we please reinforce from, like, here? You know what, I'm going to actually stop that attack and see if they start a more intelligent one. There we go! Because now a bunch of these troops aren't actually crossing the river. Much better. Australasian Guard coup. Shocking news from the Australasian Confederation. As the Australasian Guard, a group of right-wing authoritarians, have long criticised the Australasian government for not going far enough in the suppression of syndicalism, and who lost in their recent electoral bid by a fair margin have seized control of the government. And they rejoined the Entente, having already beaten the Entente to get their independence. So, oops. Brogantic, thank you very much for the bits, very much appreciate it. Once again, proving the Romanians are not Romans. Indeed. Okay, that was fuel research. Let's continue with the fuel research. June 39. Oh, that's a free spot right there. I mean, the more crossings that we can get, the better it's going to be. Because what I'll probably end up doing is having the purples just garrisoning this whole line, and then just punch across with the blues in one spot. Just concentrate all of my force in one area. Or we'll just continue to push across that side. I think we'll probably do that, actually. Because these guys are going to be on very low organization, thanks to the constant defeats. Police crackdown increases stability. Solidify control increases party popularity. What is my stability? Stability is actually kind of low. So maybe we do need to do the police crackdown. Do it. And how's the mobilization coming along? Seemingly we're actually fully mobilized because we haven't changed there for a while. But another 40 days, 80 days or so we'll be able to do it. The masses done. Saudi Arabia took 4 states, German Empire took 13, Iran have been annexed. Whoa, Germany took the most of Iran. Interesting. We have done all that we can, improved the quality of our officers, invested in new types of equipment, expanded the manpower reserves, and spent our efforts on military research in order to ensure that the supremacy of the Bulgarian land forces remains everlasting. Long live the military! We are now a military with a state. Nice. That's true, taking Constanza will give us a bunch of manpower back. I am somewhat wondering if I want to, for example, release Romania and Serbia and Greece and then just use them all as puppets with me as the industrial powerhouse. Because that way I get all of their manpower. Or I just call this all Greater Bulgaria and just keep it. Haven't quite decided yet. 39, we've already got all of those. We're already working on you. Doctrine still ongoing. Artillery is done. Tanks are still a ways away. 39, we can get this. Field hospital, 59 days. Nice. Dive bombing completed. Let's go and get direct ground support for even more ground support. And in fact, we should probably begin using some close air support aircraft. Oh right, no manpower for the aircraft. Ha! Okay then. Never mind. When did the stream start? If you do exclamation mark uptime, it will tell you. Can I get cores on their land? I'm not sure. Align with the Russian Republic is a possible alliance with Russia. Deposing Kodoro is just a declaration of war. Seizing Thrace, I think, is also just a declaration of war. Now that gets me a claim. An alliance with Austria is an alliance with Austria. I don't think I can get the cause. Why are we not attacking? Come on, people. Oh, I know why. It's because you're set to cautious. Well, I don't need you to be cautious anymore. Please be aggressive. In fact, if we get this cut off, then this guy is going to be completely surrounded and then destroyed, which would be really unfortunate for him. But not for us. Argentina declared war on Uruguay. Here's the cutoff. Nice. To attack across the river. Please don't do that. Now they're trying to attack out, which is a big mistake on their part. Bucharest has fallen, boom. And suddenly Iron Guard Romania is looking rather less stable. And we've just taken 5 new factories, which I think we're going to set to just making close air support and fighters. Especially close air support. Uruguay has capitulated. Manuel Carles has announced that the cowardly Uruguayan nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of Argentinian forces. Okay, now you can also attack. Uruguay was our next. Argentina took 1 state. And now the real attack on the Romanians can begin. We're across the rivers. Why not attack from the south? Because I didn't want to cross the river. Now we can. And also, these purple units are a lot weaker than the green ones. These are 10 combat width, these are 20. And now it's just a question of momentum. So we have to take Kishmal. Galaz will help. Constantia has fallen again, which is nice. I'm trying to cross here, which is a bit of a mistake. Oh, and the other thing I need to do is make sure that you are occupying all of Serbia and also all of Romania. Reduce resistance problems, hopefully. Romania is desperately trying to recruit more troops, but it's not going to be in time. Also, the blues are not done anymore. Germany's Asia declared war on Germany. Sorry, Japan declared war on Germany's Asia. Interesting. Gave them a little bit of time to recover there, which was a mistake. Still intercepting Greek convoys, apparently. And the Ottomans are still trying to cross over to attack us, which is charming. Ah, yes, and now we have Romanian oil, which is nice. Concentrated Industry 3, so we're going to be able to industrialize really quite heavily after this, and I think we're going to get synthetic oil, if only to get rubber. Although we're going to be, well, let's see, how are we going to be able to get rubber? Yeah, I think we may need this. Galatz will fall very, very soon. There it goes. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to grab you lot and assign you to the resistance reduction. And once Romania falls, that's going to be the end of the Belgrade Pact, and then I don't need to worry about resistance in any of those provinces for a while. How strong the units are attacking. They've still got pretty good strength, it's just the organization that they are lacking. And damage. Let's make sure we get the civic factories repaired first, and then the militaries, and then infrastructure after that. And Markov, do you have any other upgrades you can get? Yeah, you could be an improvisation expert, which I actually like the idea of because it makes you faster. Do it. Stoichev. Not yet. It's okay. What other traits are you on the way to getting? Engineer, Ranger, Urban Assault Specialist. Military with the state is done. We can now get another 2% manpower, which is nice. And that is the entire military tree finished. So let's go and take a look at the... Ah, yes! We can do these. Western Thrace owned and controlled by Bulgaria. In fact, this may harm our stability. I'm wondering, there's recruitable population factor, if this allows us to core or not. Muslim autonomy. Elected muftis, stability, stability. Fund the mosques. Solve schooling issue once and for all. Promote friendship. Consumer goods reduction. I don't know. How do we want to go about dealing with the Ottomans? Is Bulgaria worth playing on a normal game because the lack of its own national focus? In terms of vanilla, no, not really. Play it in Kaiserreich. I mean, just play Kaiserreich. Or Old World Blues. Old World Blues is also good. Hey, Mike. Is that a research slot? No. It's just it might be research, but I don't think it's a research slot. Alright, let's do a straw poll. Let's just take a quick look. So we've got Greater Bulgaria, which is this, or we have Ottoman Autonomy, which is basically these. I don't really understand what the difference between these two are. A Ministry of Monetary Affairs in Turkish will grant them autonomy. I suspect that this is going to be like part way and then this is going to be complete autonomy. So we'll probably go part way. Slightly more expensive in terms of political power, but I think it's going to be a stronger choice for us. So this is really... Greater Bulgaria. Or Ottoman Autonomy. And Ottoman Autonomy might well lead to me puppeting the Ottomans instead. So head over to the straw poll, let me know what you think, and we will decide from there. And then we'll probably do a similar poll on the Balkans. Whether we want to puppet the Balkans or if we want to Greater Bulgaria at all. In the meantime, I might start working on the Bulgarian Air Force. So we're on the verge of 1940, so I don't really want to get the ahead of time bonuses for aircraft. I'll get them for the 1944 so I can get them in 42 or 43. It's the part of the tree about Bulgaria's native minorities, not the Ottomans. Oh. Same question, though. Yeah, Greater Bulgaria is coming out ahead. Not even a difference there. Okay, we'll do that. So we'll start on the Bulgarianization then. The recent protests regarding the status of Muslim minorities within the country have shown us that we must embark on the road of fully integrating them into the Bulgarian state as true Bulgarians. How am I moving the mouse? How am I moving the map? You hold down the middle mouse button. Mouse wheel. Click the mouse wheel. Who's winning the fight? Germany or France? Well, actually, that's a very good question, Mike, because when I saved the game last night, I noticed that Paris was completely encircled. Paris was on its own. So the fact that Paris is A, no longer encircled, and Belgium has been massively pushed back, actually suggests that France is fighting back. So the Second World War is by no means over yet. Interlindia has joined the co-prosperity sphere. Oh, wow. Japan plus Interlindia plus Baratia. That's going to be a hell of a naval power. Interlindia plus Japan. That's a hefty combo. Romanian tanks. Those are the first that I've seen. But Romania is now on the verge of capitulation, so they're not going to stick around for that much longer. Very short manpower though. My notifications up apparently. Babes, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. And thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel.